By the time you get to the top of the mountain, you got more tools than was at the top.
Over the years, Kanye West has been almost constantly involved in a series of scandals and controversies, starting from disrupting Taylor Swift's acceptance speech to running for the U.S. presidency. For those of you who have been living under a rock and are not familiar with him, Kanye West is an American rapper and record producer who has several hit songs under his name. He's one of the most influential musicians who's been credited for the development of mainstream hip-hop and pop music in the 21st century. Aside from being in the music industry, Kanye's also a fashion designer and has a famous clothing line, Yeezys, whose designs sold out within minutes of its releases. Among other things, he's also famous for the controversial takes he shares on his Twitter account, which garner a lot of mixed reactions from the public. Today, we'll be discussing Kanye West's list of controversies over the years. And trust me, there's a lot of them.
But first, a simple reminder on how to enter our brand new giveaway. We will be giving away either an iPhone X Max, the new iPad mini, or a MacBook Pro. It's all your choice. So be sure to leave a like, comment the keyword, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter the giveaway. It's really that simple.
For starters, we have number 1. He expressed his disdain for President Bush. Probably one of his more memorable outbursts was recorded on national TV. Kanye became the talk of the town when he went off script during a live TV fundraiser for the victims of Hurricane Katrina back in September 2005. As comedian and actor Mike Myers was promptly staring at the camera, Kanye deviated from the script and started to rant about the portrayal of Katrina's black victims, promptly ending his venting by blaming then U.S. President George W. Bush, saying, "George Bush doesn't care about black people." The show's producers immediately cut him off and proceeded to show the next presenter. Number 2. He compared himself to Jesus. Another bold statement coming from Kanye was his comparison of himself to Jesus. When he released his 6th studio album, Yeezus, back in 2006, he was also interviewed and graced the cover of Rolling Stone. In the magazine, he had a crown of thorns and fake blood, citing that he was making a direct comparison to himself and Jesus. He said that he had to fight for recognition and suffer for his success, which is not quite the same, but hey, it's Kanye West. Number 3. Losing at the VMAs and ranting backstage. We all know Kanye for having a lot of pride in being easily offended. He's quite invested in awards shows despite dismissing them. Back in October 2007 at the MTV VMAs, he threw a huge fit backstage when he lost all 5 nominations for his work, going home with not a single award. He expressed his anger as to why he wasn't invited to perform on stage and even threatened to never attend the award show again. But of course, we all know that that's just an empty threat. Number 4. Kanye interrupting Taylor's acceptance speech at the VMAs. This is probably one of his craziest and most controversial acts and will forever be known in pop history. It happened at the 2009 MTV Video Music Awards. Taylor Swift won the Best Female Video category for You Belong With Me, but as she stepped on stage to accept her award, Kanye too stepped forward, but not to congratulate her. He came to protest that Beyonce's Single Ladies should have won instead. Taylor admitted that at first she was excited to see him come up on stage, only to be disappointed and hurt by what he did after. Number 5. Kanye announcing his run for presidency. Ambitious as he was, no one ever predicted Kanye to express his intentions for running in the 2020 presidential elections back in August 2015. At the time, no one knew if he was being serious, but some fans were excited at the idea of seeing him as president and Kim Kardashian as the First Lady of the United States. Number 6. Kanye fights with fellow musician Wiz Khalifa on Twitter. Given how outspoken he is on his thoughts and beliefs, it's no wonder he's got a lot of bones to pick with other people, and one of them is with fellow rapper Wiz Khalifa. In January 2016, Kanye announced that he wanted to name his album Waves, and Khalifa accused him of disrespecting Max B for popularizing wave and wavy in rap. This went on for a few clapbacks and comebacks, with Kanye eventually saying he owns Khalifa's son. This can allude to the fact that Khalifa has a son with Amber Rose, one of Kanye West's exes. Number 7. Kanye dissing Taylor Swift. As if things weren't bad enough between the two artists, the feud was further ignited with the release of his song Famous back in February 2016. In the song, Kanye shamelessly called Taylor a really rude name and even went so far as to say that he made her famous. Fans and celebrities were instantly outraged, but the musician told people that he had his wife and Taylor's blessings on the song. Number 8. He asked Facebook creator Mark Zuckerberg to invest $1 billion in his ideas. You probably know by now how shameless he is, but if it's in regards to money, we kind of thought he'd keep those things a bit private. But nope. Kanye even disclosed his finances and admitted to being in debt for $53 million in a tweet back in February 2016. That being said, he needed more money to invest in his creative projects, and as a desperate effort, he started campaigning Mark Zuckerberg, the famous Facebook creator, to invest $1 billion in him. Number 9. Kanye sided with Bill Cosby. Once again, drawing a lot of negative feedback, Kanye stated his support of Bill Cosby, who was wrapped up in several sexual assault allegations from various women and was even convicted of aggravated indecent assault. Kanye showed his support to the comedian by tweeting, "Bill Cosby innocent," back in February 2016. Number 10. His release of the controversial video to Famous. If the general public was mad enough about his song Famous, he drew in a lot of hate and mixed responses when he released the scandalous and controversial video of the song in June 2016. The video showed wax figures of famous people, but in the nude. Some of them included George Bush, Donald Trump, Rihanna, Chris Brown, Kim Kardashian, Amber Rose, Taylor Swift, Caitlyn Jenner, Bill Cosby, and of course, Kanye himself. He expressed that the video was artistic in his eyes, but it still drew a lot of outrage, and even Taylor's team considered filing a lawsuit against him. Number 11. Expressing his support for Donald Trump. In November 2016, fans of Kanye were utterly shocked when the rapper expressed his support for Donald Trump. He said that if Trump had taken part in the presidential elections back then, he would have voted for him. Despite being booed for his statement, he showed no remorse for what he said about Trump. Number 12. Kanye dissing Beyonce and husband Jay-Z. During one of his shows held in Sacramento in November 2016, Kanye performed only 3 songs before launching a verbal attack on fellow musician Jay-Z and his wife Beyonce that went on for over 20 minutes. After ranting, he decidedly walked off stage, leaving the crowd. Thankfully, the audience had a refund for their tickets. Later on, Kanye was reported to be hospitalized for psychiatric evaluation, where he remained until Thanksgiving, and upon his release, he took almost a year off of Twitter. Number 13. Kanye meets Trump. Following his expression of support for Trump, he was invited to meet Trump at the Trump Tower in December 2016. Kanye shared that the two discussed the topics of bullying, supporting teachers, modernizing curriculums, and violence in Chicago. But people have seen this as a way for Trump to appeal to the black community. Number 14. Kanye wearing a MAGA hat as support for Trump. If you think it was bad enough that he expressed his admiration for Donald Trump and even met with him back in December 2016, he later went on to wear his full support by wearing a Make America Great Again MAGA cap in April 2018. The said cap was even signed by Trump, and Kanye said in a tweet that Trump was his brother, which led to people expressing their disdain for Kanye. Number 15. Kanye expressing that slavery is a choice. From dissing Bush to supporting Trump, he once again struck a nerve with the public when he shared his thoughts on several controversial topics. In an interview with TMZ in May 2018, Kanye lost the support of much of his fellow black community when he was asked his thoughts about slavery, to which he replied, "When you hear about slavery for 400 years, for 400 years, that sounds like a choice. You were there for 400 years, and it's all of y'all?" Upon receiving a lot of backlash, he took it to Twitter to explain what he meant by what he said. Number 16. Kanye defends R.Kelly. As if showing his support for Bill Cosby wasn't a jab in the face, Kanye was off to a bad start in January 2019 when he defended R.Kelly, despite the singer facing a lot of condemnation from the public. Kanye stated that fans should not boycott R.Kelly and still continue listening to his music. He further stated that we should separate the art from the artist itself. Number 17. Kanye running for president. True to his word, Kanye did run for the presidency in July 2020, which surprised the entire nation and even garnered the support of billionaire Elon Musk. Unfortunately for Kanye, his campaign was unsuccessful and only garnered just 0.04% of the votes nationally. Number 18. Kanye fighting with his family and talks about abortion, July 2020. Having only just recovered from his embarrassing rally rant, he once again made it to the news when he published several tweets against his wife Kim, as well as his mother-in-law Kris Jenner. Kanye revealed how Kim originally wanted to abort their child Northwest when she was going through her pregnancy back in 2013, which led to Kanye breaking down in tears. He shared how his father also wanted to abort him, but it was his mother who chose to save him. Kanye also dragged Kris into the feud, saying that Kim would never pressure their daughter on her career choices the way Kris did to Kim on that Playboy shoot. Well, that concludes Kanye West's list of controversies over the years. One thing we definitely know about Kanye, he's got guts. So if you liked this video, please click like and subscribe for more content, and we'll see you next time.